First dates are the cause of many hours, if not days, of consternation and nausea for a lot of guys. Where you take a girl on that first date can make or break any chance you have for a repeat performance. Take her somewhere too formal and you can come across too strong and intense. So, unless you're a mind reader, maybe save those movie or live concerts for some subsequent dates. Well then, where should we take her? Well, we've made it easy for you and assembled this foolproof list of first date ideas, organized from easiest to most difficult. Check out our top 10 best first date ideas. The number 10 spot on our breakdown of top 10 first date ideas has to be the easiest to pull off, asking her out for drinks at a local bar. Most guys have and are probably familiar with this one as it's the most common setting for a first date. If things go really well, this date can very easily segue into grabbing some dinner nearby together if you meet up early enough. Or if you scheduled a late drinks date, then you could always suggest going for a walk in a nightcap back at one of your places. Why not? Next up, at number 9 on our roundup of the top 10 first date ideas goes to the most delicious of daytime treats. Think indie coffee shops and save the large franchise coffee shops for your midday meeting with Frank in marketing. Coming right up in 8th place on our list of top 10 first date ideas is a tried and true American classic. Super competitive, a sore loser, a boastful victor? You'll be surprised at the kind of things you can learn about someone on a first date of bowling. It's almost as if by engaging in a physical activity, their personal barriers drop a bit and the conversation becomes more honest. Ultimately, what sounds like a simple date has a huge payoff potential. Next up at number 7 in this top 10 list of simple to difficult first date ideas is probably the quintessential date. Remember, the goal is to make both of you feel comfortable as well as have a good time. The restaurant does not have to be expensive. In fact, sometimes that cute little family-run hole-in-the-wall restaurant in your neighborhood with those killer fish tacos is actually the best bet. Your selection will inadvertently tell her a lot about you without you even realizing it, and will help set her expectations of you. Following up the dinner date, at number 6 on our comprehensive list of the top 10 first date ideas is to take her to the local carnival. A good tip is to focus on the obviously fixed carnival games where you can try your best to win her a giant furry animal, just like in the movies. Sliding into the 5th spot on our top 10 roundup of amazing and simple first date ideas is a super romantic and affordable stroll in the park. If you can impress her enough to warrant a second date after the first walk through a park together, well, then you're definitely set. If you want, you can even spend a couple of bucks and treat yourself to some hot dogs, pretzels, or an ice cream whilst you enjoy the nice weather and maybe even find a bench to people watch from and let the conversation flow steadily. The number 4 spot on our top 10 list of the best first date ideas will be a welcome sight to those more heady guys out there. We're talking, of course, about taking her to a museum for your first date. This can be understandably tricky if you don't actually know her that well yet. But, for example, if she's a physics major, why not hit up the Science Museum? You might even get bonus points for the more obscure museum finds. We hear there's an elevator museum in New York that might be worth a visit for a more original date. Next up, at number 3 in this top 10 roundup of the best first date ideas will appeal to foodies and home cooks. You might even learn a thing or two in the classroom to take back to your own kitchen. And think about it. How easy would it be to suggest a second date after a cooking class, where you can promise to put what you learned into practice back at your place? Coming in at number 2 on our top 10 list of the best simple first date ideas is to hit the town hard and take that beautiful lady out dancing. If the both of you are having a blast dancing to some cheesy 80s music or just rocking out at a salsa club, then that's all that matters. Once you guys are all spent from the dance floor, you can retire to the bar for some cool refreshments and some conversation. Probably about how great your dancing was. Last but not least, at number 1 on our top 10 list of first date ideas is the holy grail of them all, skydiving. Skydiving on a first date is a great option for those guys out there looking to pair a physical challenge with the biggest rush of your life. The fear you'll both experience jumping out of that plane and hurtling towards the earth will undoubtedly bond you together for the rest of your life.